Robin with Oxy-Dry. And I'm back on my practice floor. Jesse James wants me to open the door over there. That's his voice over there. Now, if you've been watching my videos over the last few months, wow, look at that. That is coming off. And I just literally sprayed. What did I use? Okay, here's the story. Okay, the issue that I've been having for some time, ever since I started getting into wanting to add the wood floor cleaning and wax removal, is that in Canada we don't have the same things available to us as you guys do in the States. So you guys can have all the great products there. In Canada, we don't have much choice. Now, I'd been experimenting with a couple of different things, and one thing I did use was this product right here by HG, and I used some Rejuvenate, and I used some Quick Shine. There's some Quick Shine right there, Rejuvenate right there. Trying different products to see what would work, because whatever I do use, it has to obviously be effective, economical, available, and not harm the floor. Now, the HG product did work, but it didn't work great. I found that I was really having to work the floor, and I think, was it the Quick Shine? It didn't seem to work very well on, or whatever. So anyway, nothing was working well. There's another product by Laminator Plus that I was going to use, but I phoned them, got no answer. I've emailed them, got no answer. So I don't know what's going on with them, but I can't be trying to use something that I can't really get a hold of. So anyway, so now a few days back, a week or so ago, I guess last week actually, we had a call from somebody about cleaning some plastic desks in a school, and I didn't know what would work because I've never been asked to do that. So I put the question out on the SET Soil Extraction Transfer Technology Facebook page that I run, and asked the question, what do you guys recommend? And somebody recommended that I use this stuff, which I'm just putting a little bit more on here. I'll make sure I have enough. So what am I using? Isn't that interesting? Now, and I did find what research I have done on this. Actually what happened is I went to buy it, and I'm at the Home Depot looking at it, and I realized, hey, it says it removes wax. It says that right there. I thought, is it possible? So I came home with this bottle, and I had a little bit of wax still on the floor over here from the last time I'd been messing around, and I sprayed it on there, came back a few minutes later and wiped it with a rag, and off it came. And it's like, oh my goodness, is it possible? Could this be what would work? And apparently it's supposed to be safe on wood floors too, according to all the information that I've been able to find anyway. There you go, you might want to read that. It doesn't have ammonia in it, so that we don't have to be concerned about. But and then the next day, I was at a job, and the people had obviously got there's wax all over their floor. You could see that very obviously. So I started talking to them about it, and I did a little experiment on one spot, and off it came. And I thought, oh, maybe I'm onto something here. Then so I said, okay, I'll do a section of your hallway if you like. So I took about a 3-foot long or 4-foot long piece of their section of their hallway, which is obviously full of wax, and I cleaned it off and used the Krud Kutter, and it worked. It worked beautiful. So I recoated this floor again a couple days ago, and I used the Bona polish. I bought some of that. So I thought, okay, let's give it a try. So let's give it a try. The first thing I want to do is I want to see how well just a pad will work. Now you can see I was just using my doodle bug and a fiber pad there, and it was just coming off there with very little effort, so I'm curious. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. So is this going to work? Oh, it's definitely oh my goodness, look at that. It is really emulsifying. All right, that's interesting. Wow. Well, you can feel it dragging there. It's cutting into the wax, that's why it's doing that. Wow. Okay. That sure looks like it's working, doesn't it? All right, let's get rid of this. We'll switch over to the multi-wash. Probably when I do most of the wax removal jobs, I'd use the multi-wash or the roto-wash anyway, but I'm just kind of curious just whether or not you could use a pad. I forgot to mention when I did the job the other day where I was trying this out on the floor, the little hallway section on that customer's place. I just used an Oric and a Gladiator pad, and it lifted it perfectly, and it yeah, the pad was black in about 5 square feet or something like that, so it definitely worked. All right, so we're not picking anything up at the moment. This is the recovery tank is not on. So one of the reasons the HG product was working, but I found that it just wasn't working great. It was not really doing a good enough job, I would say. Okay. So most of the wax is actually now on the drum. I could have just left the recovery tank on there, but I wanted to just see what that felt like. See if it was working. Oh, I can see there's definitely still wax there. I can feel it a little bit, but then the other thing that I found was when I was did that sample job, it wasn't until I actually did the rinse step that it really finished it off nicely. So I got a new holder, by the way. My other one broke. After years and years, finally it broke. You know, I was thinking, I started doing these videos over 10 years ago, and at the time there really wasn't much choice at all for a bracket you could put around your neck, so that I could do the point of view that I do with my videos, where you see what I see. But now there's all kinds of choices for brackets you can get, so that you can video and show exactly what you're seeing. And it's right in front of my face now. It's actually closer to my face than my the bracket I've been using. Oh, it looks, can you see that? That really looks like it's cleaning the wax off the floor there. It's just water in this tank of this machine right now. So I'm just basically rinsing now off the wax off the floor now. There's still a little bit on that edge right there, and that was from the last time that I had done this, and I hadn't completely gotten it off that time. So we'll put some more on there in a minute. But I think this is working. By the way, when we look up the SDS sheet on the Krud Kutter, the pH is about 12 or 12.2 or something like that. So yeah, it's pretty potent stuff as far as pH goes. But apparently there's no ammonia in it. So we don't want ammonia. That's not what we want, because that's going to be harmful to the finish on the varathane, so we don't want that. Now, what I probably could do, as I was just thinking about it, is I could probably finish off cleaning with the HG product, I think. But of course, I still have this issue where you get wax right into these grooves. Yeah. See, there's still, I guess you're not really gonna, you won't be able to really get if there's wax down in between, you can't get that out of there. So, what I'm going to do now is we'll dump this. Jesse James in the mudroom there. He would like to come out here. He's asking to come out, eh?
Like he can hear you talking.
Yeah.
That's why and so I took him and I closed the laundry room door.
Mm-hmm.
And he went out the other way.
Oh.
He came in the dog
Well,
door.
he can sit there, and I'm still recording, so.
He's going to bark at you.
Oh, no, he won't bark at me now that he can see me. Right, Jesse? Okay, so let's just put some of this on here now. So this is actually, the pickup isn't, well, the tank's not on, but you can see it actually collects quite a bit on the drum roll anyway. So it actually is picking up anyway. Let's build up there to the, now it's starting to drop back off, I think. Put the tank on. You see it starts picking up and dropping it into the tank right away. Oh, by the way, these things actually do work really well for picking up moisture off of the floor like this. They leave the floor amazingly dry, actually. I have the Karcher upright vacuum styled scrubber and extractor, which has squeegee and vacuum and everything, and this leaves the floor drier, a lot drier actually, like almost dry to the touch immediately, whereas the Karcher not so much. This leaves a much better finish appearance on the floor. You know, we've been having some really quite wild weather here lately. Just not very far away from where I live here. Actually kind of the next valley or so over, in an area called Cranbrook. Had a dump of snow. Quite a few inches actually. Pretty wild. So, alright. Let's have a look. Yeah, the wax is gone. There's still a little bit right on that edge over there. Jesse, stop barking. Jesse? Why are you barking at me? That's Jesse James there. He wants to come out here. So we've got a bit of a stubborn wax. And that seems to be the only place, I think, just a little bit right along that edge there. If you get the light just a certain way, you can see just a little bit right along in here. Now I haven't used a fiber pad on there yet, which I obviously would have with me and would use if I felt that it was necessary, of course. Let's go over it again. Yeah, I think we got it. Still, it is a... I'm putting down water right now. It's still a rather time-consuming thing to do, to remove the wax. So you've got to charge for it, because it will take your time. Okay. I think what we're going to do is we're going to put a pad on here, with a neutral cleaner. And see what we got here. I think that's what it needs now. Gotta grab my keys here. It's so nice when I come home, that little doggy, he's so excited to see me. That's nice. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's in here. That's right. Had to shed my van in at the dealer today and had them do the every year since I bought this thing in 21. I take it in to the dealer every June and have them do a complete transmission service on it because I want it to last forever. Okay, now this is my HG product, the parquet cleaner they call it. So we're going to give this a try. Which parquet meaning that it's for varathane floors. And I'm going to use another pad. And I'm using these because I think it'll work. And I don't use them for much else anymore. Anyway. I don't like them under my rotaries anyway, so yeah. Line that up a little bit better here. All right, that looks like it's doing the job. Now HG is a Dutch manufacturing company producing various cleaning products. So made in Europe. That's where Holland is, the Dutch. And is available from Clean Quip in Toronto. I think we got it. This is actually, when I did the sample floor the other day there, I actually did finish this product then as well, and it did look like it did a beautiful job. The floor didn't really look great until I did this final step, and then it was like, oh, okay, that's it. That looks great. So. So let's come off of here, and then we'll take a look. Oh, it feels nice. It needs to dry completely. It's slightly damp still. I'm gonna put a two-way pad on there. I've used the two-way pad before in these scenarios, and it actually will do a really nice, it's a nice shine on the floor. Of course, I could use a white fiber pad. For some reason, I always forget about using them. But normally, I don't really, so far, I haven't really, when I've finished with this, it's always looked really wonderful anyway, so. Maybe it's not always necessary, that's what I'm saying. I'll back off of here now. Of course, I'm doing 300 RPM right there. Can't even feel any moisture in there. Let's have a look. Oh, that's even, and it definitely feels good. I can still see a little bit of a shininess over there. That was the can't remember which. What am I trying to think of? Rejuvenate. Yes, it sat on there for a few weeks. But it seems to be just one little tiny patch of it right there, still there. Okay, but overall, I think we're onto this. So I will coat it again, and we'll do this again until I'm really feeling comfortable. Because, but this, I believe that, I guess my conclusion is the Krud Kutter has worked. But I'll do this again. Yeah, you can really tell the floor feels nice and smooth. But I can still, I can still put my fingernail in here and pull that out of there. Look at that. Yeah, that's that's quite something. But mind you, it's jammed in there between the boards. I don't think you can get that out of there quite all the way. That's why you don't put that on your floor. It's crap. Makes a mess. But the floor, other than the fact that I can sort of get my fingernail in there and pull wax out from the crack a little bit there, I don't see any other way to get it out of there. Unless somebody has a suggestion. Get down on my hands and knees and do it all by hand. Yeah. So one of the things I got to remember to do is if I'm dealing with a floor like this for somebody, I need to let them know that if it's jammed in the cracks, and it is, although I can remove the wax and you won't see it, it'll never be completely out of, if it gets down between the boards and everything, obviously you can't get that out of there. So anyway, I'll let you go. Thank you for watching and have a good day.